Welcome to Beyond the Playbook with Dave Mad Dog DeMarco, bringing you the stories, insights, and personalities that go beyond the game. And now, here's Mad Dog.
Well, this is a special day for myself, David Mad Dog DeMarco, because I'm with two special people, and I just met this young lady momentarily. But this young man I've known for over a quarter of a century, but I have not had a conversation with him in some time. Kelly Dean of Dean Transportation and Dean Trailways. How are you, my friend?
Dave, I'm doing just fine. Thank you. Thanks for having Leslie and I today. But I just need to say welcome back to Lansing.
Thank you.
We are so fortunate to have you back. You have such a great history here, and you're the fabric of this community. Lansing Catholic grad way back when, and it's welcome home.
Thank you. Yeah, next summer we'll be celebrating our 50-year class reunion, so I'm getting old. I'm getting old. But Kelly, let's talk a little bit about not only your business will implement that, but something that's very near and dear to you, your company, and your family's heart in the Special Olympics. I know that we spoke, and so many years in a row, I was part of that really wonderful golf outing that you had with George and with Frank and with Peter Succhia. And now those people are not with us any longer, but it still continues. But talk about the Special Olympics and what that means to you, your family, and of course your company, and I'll just let you roll.
Well, thank you, Dave. Again, so appreciative of being here today. You know, I've got a history in that I got my very first job at the Marvin Beekman Center in Lansing. And my job was to become a teacher's assistant. It is still the best job I ever had in my whole life. I was like 20 years old playing football at MSU, and it was just a wonderful opportunity. While I was there, I really got some exposure to what became the Special Olympics. And needless to say, I coached football at East Lansing for several years, but you know, I was drawn to help develop the Special Olympic sports. So I did that as the director for many years. Absolutely loved it, and continuing on now through our business, Dean Transportation and Dean Trailways, we get to provide transportation to get our athletes like Leslie all over the state of Michigan for very special events, lifelong special athletic competitions, and it is truly a labor of love in so many ways. And so I had a career as a special education teacher, Special Olympics, and then bought a bus company and have continued on now for many years to providing school transportation, getting kids, all kids to schools throughout the state of Michigan.
Kelly Dean, talk about the special events, and not necessarily the dates, but the different kind of events that you have that feature the athletes, that have people come in, volunteer for. I know that you're going to have a bus pulling competition sometime throughout the year. Talk about things like that that really benefit Area 8 and Special Olympics.
Dave, thank you. So what is going to benefit? There are so many things that the community could do if they're really wanting to get involved. And I encourage everybody to get involved. This is the world's largest volunteer organization. These are folks coming together, started originally by Eunice Kennedy Shriver,
right? I remember
President
that.
Kennedy's sister, and it is worldwide. And so folks right here in our community can get involved. We just annually now have a golf event that is started by my coach, MSU football coach George Perlis.
That's correct.
It is, and it's going into its 40th year. And folks, and we need volunteers, we need golfers, we need lots of sponsors. We want to make the 40th year a big deal in recognition of Coach Perlis. Throughout the year, there are numerous ways that folks can you know, they can contribute dollars. They can help buy uniforms. They can help buy, you know, kids need backpacks and so on to travel to their events. And there's so many things that folks can do. It's a great opportunity. One that is going to become an annual event. It's going to be in September. And we're actually going to pull a Dean school bus, 26,000-pound bus. Teams of 10 are going to join together, and we're going to find out who can pull it the fastest from dead stop to off the finish line. It's a very fun competition, but we're going to raise money that day for Special Olympics here in Area 8, Ingham and Eaton counties. So we're looking for teams. We're looking for at least 20 teams. Grand Ledge High School is where it's located at, and frankly, just a fun way, again, that we've created to raise money.
Well, I know, in closing on this conversation, though, I know that I did the Mad Dog show so many years in a row. When I was on from 6 to 9, I'd get out there very early, and then when I was on at 3 o'clock, and I look so forward to that because I would see a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while. That's where I met Lloyd Carr there. And he had a beard, and Lloyd Carr told me that his family listened to my show, so it was a special thing. Now, we're going to turn to my right, and this is a very special athlete, Special Olympics Michigan, Area 8 athlete, Leslie Venema. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Well, it's great. You got a beautiful medal around your neck. How did you get that medal?
In 2017, I got chosen to represent Team USA in Austria, attend that with a team of 4 of us. So I was the anchor. We didn't know we got the gold till the ceremony. We were so excited.
Wow.
We didn't even really know. I had to train for it ahead of time. So
what event? What event?
Cross country skiing, the 1K relay.
Wow, and how long is that? That's pretty long.
It's pretty long. It's like in a circle.
Well, how did you become an athlete? How did you get involved in this? Because it's special.
I had a really good friend of mine that got me involved. I started when I was 12. Here I am, 39 years old. I've done it for Special Olympics for 27 years.
Well, so talk about the ceremony and getting that
It was really
beautiful award, beautiful medal.
It was really, you know, I met, you know, people from all over those, you know, different states. So I would trade pens with them. And that's how I made new friends. I didn't know Special Olympics really, you know, was a thing until I was in 6th grade.
Universal.
I didn't know. I was in 6th grade when this happened. So I had to make new friends. I had to, you know, go new experiences. I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, talk about some of those new experiences. We have time.
I do basketball. I'm on a basketball team. I'm also on this board. It's a leadership board that I'm on for Special Olympics.
We'll talk about that a little bit.
I'm on a board called Athlete Leadership Program I went through. So we, you know, get feedback from the athletes about, you know, what they want to happen at open ceremonies or closing ceremonies. But in Austria, it was really fun because I got to walk in open ceremonies, which I had never done in my, you know, entire life.
That must have been sort of surreal.
It was really surreal. My whole family came to support me.
That's
so
great.
That was really, I had 2 sisters. I had an older sister that trained me ahead of time. So
what did you train? A lot of running?
Like running and elliptical.
Cardio, yeah.
And just, you know, I was like, I had to kind of push myself.
So now you look back at it.
So now I look back at it, but
like,
I'm still keeping active. Even to this day, I still keep active.
Well, and you're aligned with Dean Transportation, Dean Trailways,
and
Kelly
Dean is a big help because in the wintertime at Winter Games in Traverse City, they provide the buses up there for us, like take us up there, you know, take us there and take us home. And so it's nice to have shuttle buses that take you, you know, back to the hotel. And
Right. Well, I want to congratulate you.
Thank
you did
you.
great. Well, Kelly, I want to ask you a little bit about When you started your involvement with this, and now you look at it in the time frame we're in, I mean, you must just be like tickled how it has grown and how special it is, and having a young lady like this involved, and how it's touched her life and her family's life.
Oh, Dave, without question. You know, I consider Special Olympics a true blessing in my life, without a doubt. God kind of put me in the right spot at the right time to be involved, to get a job at Beekman Center, and it went from there. And I've had a career in that I wouldn't change for anything. But Special Olympics continues to surface as number one in my life, and it's become in my family's life too, because we're all participating. There's so much that's done. There are 2,800 athletes.
Right, I'm looking at this right
here,
now.
Right here alone, and right here in Ingham and Eaton County. Can you imagine that? We do local events. We do state competitions. Leslie referenced. I've kind of taken a cue from Coach George Perlis that. You know, our golf event every year is at the Lansing Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
It is there for a reason,
right?
Because we're showing off the Special Olympics at the highest level so that our young people can really be recognized for their great successes. Our athletes are in the Olympics. They are in the Olympics. This is a big lifetime deal for them to have this opportunity to succeed, to grow, succeed, to train, every bit about it. It's great for families. It's fantastic. And so when we go to the winter games, the largest winter games in the world are in Traverse City area.
Wow.
Our athletes go on Dean Trailways motor coaches for a reason. They're going first class, and it makes in addition to their wonderful trip that they're going to go to Traverse City, stay in a condominium, and then participate in all different types of winter games. But as Leslie said, we have so many basketball teams, we've got soccer teams, we've got softball teams, on and on. It's a year-round competition, and we'd love to have folks to really pay close attention, because we can use coaches, we can use everything, or if you just want to help with the cost, and the cost is not a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to try to recruit people.
Thank you.
2,800 Special Olympics and Area 8 athletes. That's pretty incredible. 21 different sports, 264 Area 8 athletes competed in state summer games at the end of May. 5 Area 8 athletes qualified for USA Games in Minneapolis beginning this weekend. It's pretty incredible. I mean, the people that are involved in this and knowing the background, and just since I was gone and come back, and how strong the momentum is, you know, like you said with George and Peter and Frank, and knowing those guys as well as I did, especially George and Frank, I mean, that was a special day for those guys. I mean, especially George, that was big for him. I mean, every time I would have him and interview him, he would tear up.
To Coach Perlis, it was on the level of Christmas. This was a very special day, and I have to agree, one of the most special days for me for all these years. Now, we're very blessed to have Coach Pat Fitzgerald at a recent gathering, and he has great interest. At Northwestern University, he had many of his football athletes involved. Mm-hmm. He was personally involved, and we're going to have the our new MSU football coach get actively involved, helping us out.
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to Coach Fitzgerald since he's been here, but I was lucky enough when he was at Northwestern to interview him 4 times, so I think he would remember that. I know he recruited 2 athletes from this area, Wolscheid from Grand Ledge and Jorgensen from DeWitt. So he knows this area that encapsulates, in the Michigan State football team, that's very close to your heart too.
Oh,
not only with George Perlis, but with you, you know?
Absolutely. I was recruited by George Perlis when he was an assistant coach for Duffy Doherty. So that's how many years I've been around the area, and from there then it's been a labor of love. George went off and won 4 Super Bowls, came back head coach, and he said, I want to do an event for Special Olympics, and that's where his golf tournament event evolved.
Well, I was lucky enough to become buddies with him too through the tailgates, and I know that when Nick Saban was on the round table at ESPN, he said that Bill Belichick, another coach, and George Pearl had the most influence on him as a mentor. And when I would have him, I wouldn't want to talk about Michigan State. I would want to talk about Chuck Noll and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
And so I was lucky enough to interview Chuck Noll and talk about George, and George really liked that. I mean, he was something else, and he really was. He knew a lot of people, and that was, like I said, that was really an enormous thing. I mean, I was really fortunate that I got to do the tailgate shows with him and the other fellas too. I mean, we really enjoyed it, and you never knew what was going to happen. You had Dwayne Vernon, you had the dean, and you had the other fellas that came in there too, and you were on it a lot too. And
Yep.
I just, you know, I'm blessed. I mean, the stuff that I've been fortunate enough to do, and like you said, in Alabama and coming back was special. But again, I look at that medal, and you just have to be just very proud.
I was very proud of myself to try something new. I had never done it before
Right.
either, so it was a new experience to meet new friends from different states, and I exchanged pens with them.
Yeah, that must
So
have been
that
really.
was really, I came home with with a liner full of pens.
Yeah, that must have been special. Well, we still got some time. Real quickly, why don't you talk a little bit about your friends that became my friends in Joe DeLamiere, Hall of Famer, and my older brother that I haven't talked to in years, and Dr. John Shinsky. You know, and of course Brad Van Pelt was part of that foursome too, and Brad passed years ago, and I became friends with, and I nicknamed him the Stinking Icon because he's Brad Van Pelt. But talk about those boys too.
Oh, that was just, you know, as I mentioned, so my time at Michigan State was getting recruited, coming here under the head coach, Duffy Doherty at the time, and George. But, you know, I'll never forget my first day of practice. Here's Brad Van Pelt, just an unbelievable athlete, Joe DeLamiere, and there's so many others. But who became my dearest friend was Dr. John Shinsky.
Great
no
guy.
question. We both were educators for years. He was the director of special ed in Lansing. I worked for him as a special education teacher and administrator, and John was absolutely the best. Absolutely the best. Went on to teach at Grand Valley later, but the most important thing I can tell you is that John was raised as an orphan in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's right.
And he had passion, and he prayed, and John has built an orphanage in Matamoros, Mexico.
That's correct.
He's had well over 300 young people have come through his doors that he's helped raise. An unbelievable, difficult task to be in Matamoros, Mexico, to deal with the cartel and other areas, but he's done it. He has done it, and he has 65 young people there that literally are abandoned, that John and Cindy, his beautiful wife, have raised the Shinsky Orphanage. They're involved in a very large organization, and John raises the money to help keep these young people. It's a beautiful facility, great stories around that, but what a blessing to have him in our lives, me in particular. He's just been an inspiration in every sense of the word, and absolutely the dearest friend anyone could have.
Yeah, he's the best. Now, Kelly, I grew up in a family business at DeMarco's Bar and Restaurant. Okay, 4 brothers, grandparents started it, my cousins. Was there for almost 85 years. You looking back, how your family business and now Patrick involved and your other family, just touch upon Dean Transportation, Dean Trailways, being in the employees you have there like family too, but just talk about that right now, and you're looking back at that, and that's a wonderful thing, and your kids get to work with you. It's great.
Dave, there's not a higher level blessing in my life than to have my 2 sons working for me. Just having 2 children, there was never an expectation, but they came and joined me. I left education to go in the bus business because I could see transportation needed help. Transportation needed guidelines. There's a lot of safety factors. And Patrick went off and got an MBA. I've already said I'm a teacher by my training. Christopher, my second son, is a MSU trained engineer, and Pat handles the business. Chris handles the all the vehicles and all the, most recently, electric school buses. He handles all of that. But we've never lost focus on how important our employees are. It's the best part of our lives are the, over 2,500 employees that we have. We like to know every single one of them and have them be part of our lives and provide good jobs for all.
Well, Kelly and Leslie, I want to thank you for being on Beyond the Playbook with David Mad Dog DeMarco. Have a great week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Go further beyond the game with the Beyond the Playbook podcast. Catch in-depth interviews every Monday at 8 p.m., Tuesday at 4 p.m., and Friday at 1 p.m. exclusively on WLNS Plus. Presented by these sponsors.
This is Beyond the Playbook with Mad Dog Dave DeMarco. Josh Riggleman, kitchen manager at 1 North Jackson. How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right, we're going to get right into this. You're the creator of this, what we're going to talk about.
The World Series of
Everybody loves
Burgers.
burgers around the world, but what is exactly the World Series of burgers?
The World Series of Burgers is an idea that we came up with. I mean, I only pitched the idea. The whole team really took off with it. It's an opportunity for our talented cooks to really show off what they can do, show their creativity, and compete with one another and try and make the best burger they can come up with.
All right, so each cook goes against each other to make a burger, or they sort of have a set pattern? Do they know what they're going to do? How do people order these?
We have a different burger on every week, but each cook, it's them versus everybody. And customers can come, or guests can come in and they can get the burgers they like and vote on them, and whoever gets the most votes is crowned the winner at the end.
So how did you come up with this idea, Josh? This is a great idea.
It's a concept that I've run with before in past restaurants, and I really wanted to get the team involved and give them something to be excited about, and it just really took off from there.
So is this going on at all 3 restaurants right now? Is it going on?
Yeah, we just did it in Jackson alone last year, and this year we're making it bigger and better and running all 3 restaurants. And at the end of the 12-week series, we're going to run the best from each restaurant against each other.
So what's your favorite burger?
I don't even know what they all are yet.
Well, I mean, for you, if you were to go in there, what would you want?
Oh man, I think I just like the olive burger we have right now.
You can't go wrong with
You can't go wrong with the olive burger. It's
Well,
just
it's a
classic.
great, see, you should be getting extra paid for this. The original creator of the World Series of Burgers. This has been Beyond the Playbook with Mad Dog Dave DeMarco. Hi, everyone. We have Jill Marlin from Peak Performance Physical Therapy. How are you today, Jill?
Good. Thanks so much for having me, Dave.
All right, we're going to talk about some really good information for people. So I want to know, injuries don't start where you think, no matter what age, and we'll just feed on that. Go ahead.
Right, for sure. So oftentimes people think that there needs to be one traumatic incident that causes an injury. And in fact, that's not the case. Oftentimes what we see in rehab is repetitive trauma. And so we'll have individuals that come in and say, I've done that my whole life and it never hurt before, but now it hurts. And that's because your body hasn't been able to turn over. Or an athlete, an overhead thrower, or a soccer player that's been running that starts to get tendinitis or tendinosis. Those are traumas that happen to the body where you're not getting great recovery. And those are repetitive injuries, no one major event that's causing the injury.
So Jill, when I was younger, I had a really strong arm. I played a lot of baseball and softball. But now I can feel a little bit of that in my body when I throw a little bit. That's from that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Overuse.
And one of the things, like when we talk about overuse, one of the things to prevent that is actually what we want to do is get tremendous recovery. So you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep, 8 hours a night. You want to make sure nutrition is in there. You have a great stretch program so that you're working on flexibility and mobility. And you want to make sure that overall you're getting hydrated. And so dynamic warm-ups, stretching, good nutrition, good hydration, and good sleep and rest and recovery is tremendous for helping these overuse injuries.
That's great information, Jill. How can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can call us at 853-6800 or visit us on our website at www.peakperformanceompt.com.
Thank you very much. It's been excellent. So we're back with Fred Mendoza. Let's go right to it. Direct heat versus indirect grilling. Go to it.
Okay, direct heat. We're doing protein that's like a steak or chicken, something that's going to be done in the next, I don't know, 5 to 8 to 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how you like it cooked. And then the indirect heat, we're going to take it slow and low. We're going to put nice wood on there. We're going to put it in directly from the fire, even if you have a round grill. You know, we're going to put the fire on one side and indirectly put the meat on the other.
Does it matter what kind of wood?
Absolutely. You want definitely dry wood. If you're using wet wood, it's going to smoke too much.
I don't want to be Jeremiah Johnson out there.
You're going to put too much smoke on it, and it's not going to be cooked all the way because it's not going to be hot enough. So you definitely want a good fire with good temperature, but then have good smoke.
Okay, now what about indirect grilling?
Indirect grilling. In my world there, I've actually used foil or another pan that's going to be put off to the side, that kind of thing. And it definitely works, but you got to keep an eye on it. You can't just walk away because you don't want one side overcooked and the other side undercooked.
So, like, I like charcoal, so I'd want direct heat, wouldn't I?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
And that kind of grill, absolutely. Round little grill,
Yeah.
Or that other one with the
tub.
Yep, exactly. And now you have that egg thing. You know the egg thing,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And that's kind of more indirect too, but you can also, rig it up to put that fire right underneath it.
Do you like those egg things?
Depends on the environment. Like I
Okay.
said, if it's like 20 degrees outside, they're good to walk away from.
Or jump into.
Right.
That's for sure. Been watching Beyond the Playbook. Fred Mendoza, David Mad Dog DeMarco. Enjoy.
Go further beyond the game with the Beyond the Playbook podcast. Catch in-depth interviews every Monday at 8 p.m., Tuesday at 4 p.m., and Friday at 1 p.m. exclusively on WLNS Plus. Presented by these sponsors.
Hello, everyone. I'm David Mad Dog DeMarco. This is my show, Beyond the Playbook. To my right, this young man is president of Dean Trailways, and he is Patrick Dean out of Lansing Catholic High School. Good afternoon. You have a special individual that is going to get a nice award. Go ahead.
I do. Thanks so much, Mad Dog. Dean Trailways has a long history of recognizing student athletes that excel in the classroom and on the field, and I am very honored to recognize Rowan Smith of Okemos High School for excelling on the track. So, Rowan, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, Rowan, tell the audience a little bit about your sports, your academics, your volunteer work at Okemos High School, because, like I said, it's a laundry list, and we're just having fun here. Go ahead.
I have been a part of the Okemos track team since my freshman year, and I have also played volleyball freshman through junior year. I have been a part of the Action Club at my school, which is a community service club, along with NHS, and I have also gone to Waverly East Intermediate to help out with the cognitive impaired classroom.
That's nice.
Yeah, I've gone in there quite a few times. I love it there.
So what about after high school?
After high school, I will be going to Murray State University in Kentucky to continue my pole vault career, and I will be majoring in nursing.
Wow, that's excellent. So they recruited you, Murray State.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That's a really nice deal. Did you go down there on visits?
I did, yeah.
Now, if they guarantee you like $100,000 in NIL money?
I wish.
All right, we'll go to that. Everybody, you've been watching Beyond the Playbook with Mad Dog Dave DeMarco.